and the press conference here course and the Kusasi form Boku 6 constituencies where NDC executives or who say President John Dramani Mahama in NDC ebedada omo edit mo the time edi ma MPP e mo the time edi ma mamprisifo wo ma Kusasifo hu say MPP na mpe o masem wo ma Kusasifo hu say MPP na ma ho no we wo na e kan say bosia mo share wo mo say mo ba mo ba ma sundua aba no ene wo NDC executives from the 6 constituencies I wo Boku ne mpatam no wo say wo da wo na ene de kra de wo ni ahotom na MPP wo so no kra no a mo se na MPP na ekum wo no sa na MPP ye we enye odra na ye wo number bi o NDC constituency executives from the 6 constituencies in the Kusau area I wo Boku ne mpatam enyo obi na kwase omo na tena se hu se wan kasa otima MPP penso amosi baomia anim hu bi ana Boku nyo ana baomia na shachire ene ne keka mo ye propaganda tia baomia no baomia ye onyame nipa na de bia nkontompo bia mo de to baomia so se baomia be di president ya o medi president mpu Boku Kusasi ne mamprusi enka eho ye kunkum mo nanso ntokwa we ewo ho in the 80s na NDC na ewo so in the 90s na NDC na ewo so 2009 ntokwa na start here NDC na ewo so 2011 ntokwa na babie NDC na ewo so 2016 ntokwa na hit here na NDC na ewo so ntokwa na be sorry 2023 na yenya a presidential candidate amana kwa gina ho abakwa sem trese ntokwa we start NDC PNDC NDC muntimi nya ho hwe na no wo petumi no ukodi tro se ebre bia NDC be wo so no asundwe wo Boku mi wa anya nokore wo pensu nipa wuewu ye e wo Boku as a president na won kom ma biem no enya asem koma enai NDC amanyokuo wa wukuo ma say wadada omo wadi trachre omo wo ye kontomponi na no a ye de bosia no enya sa no no ne editua na wo no mo ni yie wo mo life aye in danger e wo Boku ne mpatam because you promised them so be ma sundua ba afedie asundua atonsuom ena ne ntokwa no aginsamu because mo the propaganda wura mu producer for voice ni to dwama yenwe say mo be survive
traditional area and the press conference dated 15 July 2025. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, we begin by expressing our profound gratitude to Almighty God for preserving our lives in these perilous times. We also thank you, the men and women of the media, for promptly responding to our urgent call in this critical moment of betrayal, bloodshed, and impunity. We, the undersigned National Democratic Congress constituency executives from the 6 constituencies within the Kusasi traditional area, Benjuri, Boku Central, Kusiga, Garu, Tempani, and Zabila, stand before you today, deeply alarmed and outraged by the deteriorating security situation in Boku and the total failure of this government to protect the lives, dignity, and rights of the very people who gave them power. On July 30, 2025, the people of Kusasi woke up to what can only be described as a state-sponsored assault, not only on civilians, but on the very soul and authority of our traditional leadership. In an appalling and indefensible act, the military desecrated the image of our revered overlord, His Royal Majesty Zuran Bokunaba, by setting ablaze his statue, an act so vile and provocative it amounts to declaration of war on the people of Kusasi. The justification for this barbarity, a reported attack by unknown persons on Mampusi buses and the military escort. While we do not condone violence in any form, no civilized or lawful state responds by massacring innocent women and children, invading schools, brutalizing students, and injuring two of them. This is not law enforcement. This is state terrorism, and it will not be accepted under any circumstances. Let it be known, the Kusasi people have reached their limit. During the 7th December 2024 election, while the rest of Ghana voted for hope and progress, the Kusasi people voted not just for development, but for survival, placing their trust in the NDC and His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, believing his administration would deliver justice and peace through the rule of law. That trust is now dangerously eroded. The government, instead of taking bold and lawful action to resolve the chieftaincy conflict, has outsourced responsibility to the Asantehene. The perpetrators of violence walk free, a worsening crisis, deepening mistrust and a growing perception that the government has chosen political expediency over justice. As the frontline leaders and campaigners of the NDC in Kusasi, our lives are under serious threat, not just from the crossfire of violence, but from the growing anger of our own people, who now see us as enablers of a system that has betrayed them completely. We refuse to continue risking our lives and integrity in the name of a government that appears to have no respect for our people, our leaders, or the promises we made on its behalf. Our core concerns in the Kusasi traditional area, and the press conference dated 15 July 2025. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, we begin by expressing our profound gratitude to Almighty God for preserving our lives in this.
NDC executives, our more baby, a movie say, Mubenya vote to a free, our Boku. Sama moko kantia ba omiane MPP ene mo ansa nkrofo ne kitamokon ene ye to aba wie ya ahoy dere no NDC national executives atua ho ba 2024 no mutimi kɔ ho ekoye propaganda ene wo magya constituency executives no no mu wuo ana mu wuo ejadam ho madwana gya omo mo na modi jakoto mu ana omo no mo nkura na e what says constituency what the year campaign message na ya wie na mpanyimfo no magye mu positions won kran na sa nkura na iwu am nkɔhwe omo and they have been abandoned womo fa phone kura frem mpanyimfo won kran obi amfi omo their propaganda timi ye no. Their propaganda etimi ye no. Enti President Mahama Nana Ababio Wadawroma wana ka say anytime bia NDC wo aban no peace e wo Boku. Enti producer bomodena na fa ne voice no fa fo hia TV anwumre fa koma President Mahama say voice na okoka say anytime bia NDC wo aban no there is peace at Boku no. Na Dauroma voice no me ye no momo we cry momo no me ye no in and out say be ya oyi a omoka enti fa voice no e ye no momo ohia TV line no fa ye no momo ye no in and out say be ya o withdraw omoka enti boma no na NDC fo no momfa but sa voice no sa man biem na no ye boy ye see. Anytime
NDC is in government, Boku is at peace. Unfortunately, as soon as NDC leaves government, the Boku crisis flares up again. Anytime NDC is in government, Boku is at peace. Unfortunately, as soon as NDC leaves government, the Boku crisis flares up again. Anytime NDC is in government, Boku is at peace. Unfortunately, as soon as NDC leaves government, the Boku crisis flares up again. And let nobody say it's a fight between ethnic groups. There is politics behind it. And there are people who deliberately fund that crisis. everybody, the majority of people in Boku, Kusasis, Mampusis, Bimubas, Busangas, everybody wants peace. Because everybody wants peace to do his business. I mean, the current curfew in which we are, nobody likes it. Our chiefs are being told they can't wear smocks and go into town. So what is a chief supposed to wear? A shirt like me? How would they know he's a chief? And yet, it's because of the violence and the crisis. And they were forced to do it because people hide weapons in their smokes and go and shoot at people. But I can assure you that peace is our priority. When NDC comes, and I didn't say if, I said when NDC comes, we're going to prioritize Boku's peace so that peace will return to Boku. And people can go about their business and look after.
When you feel now about the amount, tell me my voice in the momo. Now my in and out. Bush out the question about I Boku for no. Not 7 months in you. Kusau traditional area and him for a nano, episode besi out crowd or dodgy no. What our my momo at the amount. Woo ye our mocker. Because this can be a aka home.